po, ito po ang News TV Live. Nagsasagawa ngayon ng press briefing ang Armed Forces of the Philippines kaugnay sa standoff sa Golan Heights sa pagitan ng 81 Pilipinong peacekeeper at mga rebelde mula sa Syria. Kasunod po yan ang pagkakabihag ng 43 peacekeeper mula naman sa Fiji. Panuorin po natin ito.
In a standoff with Syrian rebels as the former tried to storm their positions at around 10 a.m. Syrian time yesterday, August 28. It must be noted that we are 5 hours advance with the Syrian time. Earlier, the said rebels occupied the position of Fiji nationals under the United Nations Disengagement Observer Force in Golan Heights. The rebels demanded their firearms and later took 43 Fijians as hostages. The Syrian rebels also surrounded the encampments of the Philippine contingent. Our peacekeeping forces are holding their ground to defend their respective positions. This resulted in a standoff which is still prevailing, a prevailing situation in the disengagement area supervised by the UNDOF. The Philippine government and the UN officials are already trying to peacefully resolve the situation. Potential for the de-escalation of the situation is still positive. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has already expressed its concern for the safety of the Filipino soldiers as well as the hostage Fijian peacekeepers in Golan Heights. Our soldiers are prepared, trained, and capable of dealing with these situations and will take risks to fulfill our commitment to international security and peace. The peacekeeping contingent has the right to defend its position and the units in line with the UN protocols. All actions of the Philippine contingent will be in accordance to their mission under the UNDOF that supervises the area of operation between Syria and Israel in line with the disengagement agreement in 1974. We have standing commitment to UN and will abide with this until otherwise directed by our higher government authorities. We will exert all efforts to ensure the safety and security of our peacekeepers. The families of our soldiers are already aware of the situation, are in close coordination with our peacekeeping office. End of statement.
Thank you, sir. We'll now hear from the commander of the PKOC, Colonel Roberto Ancan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Colonel Roberto Ancan. I'm the commanding officer of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Peacekeeping Operations Center. I'm based in Campo Donal, Capas, Tarlac. To give you an update on our peacekeepers, here in position 68, this is in the area of separation in Golan Heights. Also, we have here the two of our positions were on standoff with the rebels, the armed elements, anti-government armed elements. Also in position 69, which is also in the area of separation. Just to give an emphasis, our soldiers' lives is of our national interest, and our actions in Golan Heights is fully coordinated with the officials of the United Nations Disengagement Observer Force and the Armed Forces of the Philippines, especially my unit, shall ensure that the families of our peacekeepers deployed in Golan Heights are made aware of the situation and their needs are appropriately taken care of by my unit as well as of the Philippine Army. I'd just like to emphasize that our troops there are well armed, they are well trained before their deployment, and also they have their own organizational training once they're deployed, and they are well disciplined warrior peacekeepers. As what I've said, the standoff remains as of the moment, and the rebels are not attacking our positions as of this time. As what our spokesman said, that we are 5 hours ahead of Syria. And also the UN officials are handling the situation. And as what I said, there's a potential of de-escalation of the situation is still positive. Meanwhile, the Armed Forces leadership is in direct communication with our peacekeepers in Golan Heights and also with the force headquarters in the United Nations Disengagement Observer Force, and plans are being drawn and considered to ensure the safety and security of our peacekeepers, which is paramount, which is our concern, and remain steadfast in our commitment to the United Nations Disengagement Observer Force, as well as in the United Nations, in order to perform our mandate in that United Nations mission area.
Thank you, sir. We'll have questions. Yes.
Sir, Cecil Morel, the French news agency. When armed elements are trying to storm your positions and you demonstrate your resolve and you hold your ground, there must have been a firefight. Can you tell us if there were casualties on either side, especially from our side, if anyone has been taken hostage, and what munitions were involved in this presumed firefight?
Yeah, in the positions 68 and 69, there was no actual firefight that was that happened since this issue or this incident escalated. So there was no firefight. There was no direct contact or engagement with the anti-government armed elements of Syria and our forces in the area.
How did you demonstrate your resolve and that you are holding your ground? By firing in the air or something like that?
No, we stand pat on the ground or in the positions that our troops are being deployed or have been deployed in the area.
Yes. Can you tell us, Colonel, you said they are heavily armed. Can you tell us about their armaments that they have at their disposal that they can use to defend themselves?
The armaments equipped by our soldiers, it belongs to the armed forces. They have M4 assault rifles, M60 light machine guns, K3 squad automatic weapons, and caliber 45 pistols, as well as sufficient ammunition to defend themselves.
Thank you.
Sir, Edwin Sabilan from DCNN, TDS-CBN. Good morning, sir. Sir, how many soldiers are we talking about here? There are reports that there are 81 soldiers, peacekeepers. Is that true?
Colonel Angkan can give you the number of soldiers in position 68 and position 69.
In position 68, we have 40 Filipino peacekeepers.
Officer-led.
This is an officer-led. In position 69, composed of 35 peacekeepers, also officer-led.
So in position 68 and position 69, there are a total of 75. 40 in position 68 and 35 in position 69.
So it's not...
Colonel Angkan, on the distance between the two positions, about
68 and 69 is about 4 kilometers away.
So we're talking about 75 soldiers.
Yes.
75 soldiers.
Yes.
Sir, can you please give us a picture of what's happening on the ground right now in Golan Heights? You said that there's no actual firefight, no shots fired. Is there a negotiation between the rebels and the peacekeepers? Are they talking to each other?
No. It's the UNDOF headquarters. The United Nations is the one who deals with the situation on the ground.
Mm-hmm. What about the AFP, sir? Are you in direct contact with our soldiers?
Yes, I'm in direct contact with our commander there in the UNDOF UNDOF headquarters, as well as in our Philippine Battalion headquarters.
Sir, considering the current situation in the volatile buffer zone, what is your guidance to our troops there that were in a standby position with the Syrian rebels?
the position of our soldiers there is, of course, within the command of the UNDOF. But the thing is that they are being directed to standard ground in the area to avoid any de-escalation of the escalation of any other violent issues. We are in consideration of the whole general situation in the area, in the separation area. But then again, the incidents are involving our troops are centered on position 68 and position 69.
Sir, what's that supposed to mean? To fight until the last man standing?
Rules of engagement.
In addition, we have a rules of engagement within which we can use deadly force in defense of the UN facilities. Also, in addition, that these facilities, it's the UN flag that flies in this facility. So we must defend that facility.
Thanks, yes,
Of
Rizal.
course, sir, they are our armed forces, but where are they getting the instructions now, sir? Directly from the user, or tayo mismo naghihintay lang kung ano bang sasabihin ko ng UN since we are part of the
Based on the United Nations guidelines for peacekeeping, that is page 34, the operational authority is delegated by the United Nations Secretary General to the force commander and the head of mission on that United Nations mission.
Let's understand that the Philippine Battalion is just a part of the UN disengagement observer force in the area. And the UN disengagement observer force is led by a duly designated force commander, an Indian national, Major General Singha, who is the one orchestrating all the activities or efforts of the forces of the UN within the area of separation.
Sir, kung merong 75 soldiers ng mga Pilipino ron, ilan naman yung nakapalibot sa kanila ng mga rebelde? Estimated
For security purposes, we will not be discussing that.
Further, are they all armed, sir?
Yung soldiers natin.
Yung rebel.
Again, this for operational security, we would not like to discuss that on
Sir,
that.
if there was no firefight, what forms of aggression did the rebels perform against the Fijian or Philippines?
Demanding of firefight.
They are demanding that we lay down our firearms, or we will give in our firearms to them.
Just like what happened to Fiji.
Just like what happened to the Fijian.
How did they convey that, sir? Yung kanyang nilang demand?
They went there to our position and told us to give in to their demands.
They made a confession?
They used the hostage Fiji, it's English speaking, to relay it to our soldiers.
How long na yung rebels now? From where are they?
Yan po ang press briefing ng Armed Forces of the Philippines kaugnay sa standoff sa Golan Heights sa pagitan ng mga Pilipinong peacekeeper at mga rebelde mula sa Syria. Pagamat may tensyon, maayos naman po ang kanilang lagay habang patuloy ang negosasyon. Wala pong naganap na bakbakan o firefight. Hindi rin po umatake ang mga Syrian rebels. Ito pong mga Syrian rebels na ito ay ang demand po nila ay isuko ng mga Filipino peacekeepers ang kanilang mga armas. Pero sinisiguro naman po ng ating pambansang sandatahang lakas na ang mga tropa natin doon sa Golan Heights ay well-armed, well-trained at may sapat na armas para depensahan nila ang kanilang mga sarili. Nakausap daw po ng ating AFP ang mga peacekeeper at sinisiguro rin ng AFP na nakikipag-ugnayan sila sa UN na nangunguna sa negosasyon. Magkaugnay po o nagtutulungan ang UN at ang Philippine government para masiguro ang kaligtasan at seguridad ng mga Pinoy troops natin doon. At bagamat meron po tayong standing commitment with the United Nations, ine-exert po nila ang lahat ng effort para masiguro ang kaligtasan at seguridad ng mga Pinoy peacekeepers sa Golan Heights. At sa kasalukuyan po ay nasabihan na rin ang mga pamilya ng naturang mga peacekeepers.